Hi, how you guys doing? So, I came across an article a few months back, and the message it sends is pretty fucked up. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have seen it. It was a comic titled, Are We the Real Reason Rapists Roam Among Us? So, here's the comic, and let's begin. Is he born as he'd grown up to be? Now, this implies that maybe he was born a rapist. I don't know if rapists are wired different from men. They might well be. A study has found out that rapists are more turned on by sexually coercive porn than consensual. There's another study that shows that a lot of rapists were abused during their childhood. It's still an ongoing process, and I hope we get to the root of the problem. Is it because the subject so imperative of crafting his thoughts is a taboo? Now, there is no conclusive proof that this can be the reason, but I do agree that sex education has a stigma attached to it in India, and I think more kids should be taught sex ed in school. Is it the discrimination between the same blood in his own nest? Now, you're implying here that girls are treated lesser than boys. Now, this might be the case in some places, but I think the vast majority of households treat their kids equally. Boys are preferred in some families, but people forget that it is not simply because he's a boy. He's not loved because he's a boy, but he's valuable as a tool. I'm talking about the uneducated and poor people who probably will not be able to send their kids to school, and when it's manual labor, men generally are more willing to do it. I'm in no way justifying discriminating against daughters, just stating what could be the reason behind it. Is it the constant exposure to female objectification persistent everywhere? If that was the case, all men would be fucking rapists. I personally think sexual objectification is being thrown around haphazardly. Biology plays a big part in this particular instance. Generally, a man is attracted to a woman's physical beauty, and a woman is attracted to a man's productivity. And if you still think sexual objectification is a factor, everyone is objectified to a certain extent. Women for their sexuality, and men for their productivity and power. You've heard that women like men in uniform, right? Are they attracted to the man or the uniform he's wearing and the power it signifies? I mean, rickshawalas wear uniforms, and so do taxi drivers and bus drivers. Are these women attracted to them? Obviously not, because the uniform does not show power. Is it the celebration of most movies where the hero's masochistic antics and gender domination is often shown to be enjoyed by women? A man putting his life on the line to save women is what movies are about. The hero of a movie is almost always identified by his willingness to protect women, and the villain is identified by his willingness to hurt women. So what do the majority of movies teach us? That men always need to protect women, even if they die trying to do so. It says, if you hurt women, you're a bad man. Is it the confidence filled in after every unretaliated encounter with the victim and a cowardly environment? It might well be. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually seen any studies about this yet. I'll probably take a look. Is it the brainwashing depiction of our culture and women's place by the ignorant, powerful lot or the murderers and rapists they set free? Our system is corrupt, but not for the majority of people in India. The rich, a minority in India, have the power, and most of them might go free. Everyone despises that. The majority of men in India, however, do not have that kind of power. And when you state that just because an accused man goes free, that is ignorance. Here's a fun fact. An accusation of rape cannot be confirmed to be so. Our justice system, like many out there, follows the motto of innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. It has been devised in such a way through trial and error. As Sir William Blackstone expressed, it is better that 10 guilty persons escape than one innocent suffer. I agree. The law is not drafted. The law is not drafted solely to put the guilty in jail, but also to keep the innocent out of it. In that process, some guilty men might go free, and this is a price we have to pay. If you are falsely accused of rape, would you not want a fair trial? Is it the accessibility to millions of videos online where sexual domination and grotesque abuse are set as the standard of manhood? Here's a fact. In India, women spend more time on porn sites than men. A study conducted by some porn sites has discovered that women as a whole spend more time watching porn than men. More men watch porn, but women spend more time on it. And again, there is no proof to what you're implying. If it were as you say, there would be almost 1 billion rapes every year. Is it the other vices indulging, soothing and numbing the nocturnal predator inside him? I'm not sure, but what you seem to be implying is that men are inherently predators. Now, that is not a statement that you can boldly make. It is as fucked up as saying, because a woman falsely accused a man of rape, all accusations must be false. A minority of men rape, and a minority of women lodge false accusations. That's just how it is. The difference is, the men who rape, there is a high probability that he will get punished. And how about the women who lodge false accusations? The names are not even disclosed, and they do not suffer in any way. Is he a product of his own choices or a product of the environment he spent his lifetime in? I think he's a product of his own choice, because rape happens all over the world and has happened all throughout history. It did not sprout out one day after Indian culture came into play, or after internet and TV came into existence. Were we silent when he was growing to fight for something right? Did we as a country make him? No, we did not make him. This looks like the Nirbhaya case from the comic. Did you see the interview of that guy in jail? The guy had absolutely no emotion, no empathy. Lack of empathy is one of the symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. It's called a disorder because it's not common. And it's not normal. For those of you who do not know about the Nirbhaya case, it was a heinous crime committed by 6 men. They gang raped and murdered a college girl. 4 of them were sentenced to death. 1 of them committed suicide in the police station. The other was a minor, and he was sentenced to 3 years in jail because, well, he was a minor. To be brutally honest, I think he deserved a lot more. He was just 6 months short of 18. Moving on. I would love to live in a world without crimes, and so would a lot of people. But such a utopian society does not exist, and I personally believe it can never exist. Not without restricting our freedom to the bare minimum. Back to the comic, I know he's just asking questions. But the thing is, they seem to be making a statement more than asking you something. To me, it looks rhetorical. This comic and article is misleading and can cause more harm to men. More laws will be passed to women's protection, even when men are dying at a greater rate than women. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Last fun fact. How many of you know how much money from this year's budget was allotted to protecting women? 1,000 crores. In US dollars, that equals 150 million. Anyway, that's really it for today. And if you have any comments, do not hesitate to leave them below. You know what to do. Hit the damn subscribe button.